Right, this is going to get you rocking. We're going to talk about porn and objectification. Now you might think, wow, this is really strange. And what you're probably thinking is, I don't want to listen to this. Cool, don't care. If you're still here, pay attention. So when you look at the world in the context at the moment, obviously we have males and we have females. And there's a couple of different types of relationships that can occur in this world. We can have a male and a female. We can have a male and a male. We can have a female and a female, okay? Whatever it is, I don't care. That's not my point. It's not a point of difference for me. But I'm speaking from a male's perspective here. And when I talk about porn and objectification, I'm going to draw synergies to the two. And I want you to draw an alignment to your life. Now, in the context of what I've done in life, I've been in submarines, I've worked in the military, overseas in Africa, warring tribes, foreign governments. I work in elite sporting teams at the moment. So I know groups of men, I know singular men too. This is what I do. Now, in the environments that I've worked in, I look at submarines, for example, there's porn around. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I guess in my younger life, I was never really into porn. I didn't get it. It didn't make sense to me. Now, I was, when I was younger, women and me, it was a good transaction, right? I didn't ever have an issue finding a girl or finding a woman. And I didn't think much of it, and I was never disrespectful or distasteful or anything like that. And so for me, I'm speaking from this point of view that when there's porn, right? And if you're a guy who just obsesses with porn and just looks at porn and wants to watch porn all the time, then I guess the question for you is, if you're going to just overwhelm yourself and saturate yourself with just these images of porn, and I guess I want to ask you, why do you do this? What does it give you? Does it make you think less of a woman? Does it give you this heightened sensation? I mean, obviously it does, but what does that actually mean to you? Because when I see it, right, I see a man who obsesses over that, who saturates his life with something that he can't have. I see that as, that sucks. Because you need to spend your time obsessing over something that will never be yours, that you can never achieve. So then I go, does that mean that you have to obsess over this type of woman or the way she looks or her behaviors or actions because you can never achieve that in real life? Because that's the only distinction I can draw. So if you saturate yourself with porn, I just go, man, that sucks to be you, because you feel so low about yourself that you feel that you have to look at all these things and watch these videos and go through these magazines because you can't experience the real thing in this life. And brother, that sucks. On the flip side, can you never experience that in life? Because you don't know how to, because you're not used to it, because you're too busy engaging in something that doesn't even exist. You see the axiom here? As a result of the porn, because you don't have the ability, the confidence, the courage to actually go up to a woman and treat her like a woman, and be respectful and engage in meaningful conversation, say, hi, how are you? How's your day? What you do is you see her from a distance, and you might be in your car or she might be walking past, and you kind of do these ones. And you kind of look at her. And then you'll be one of two guys. You'll be the sort of guy that if she turns around, you look away so she didn't see her because you feel embarrassed because you're gawking at her. That's what you were doing, brother. Same sort of guy that when he has a porn in his cupboard or his top drawer when he's a young fella, if his mum finds it, he feels really ashamed and embarrassed about it because you know that it's embarrassing for you and you know that it's not you, but you have no other choice and so you do it. Or we have the other guy who, when that lady turns around, when he was just staring at her, objectifying her, when she turns around, he continues to look. And he's like, yeah, I don't care. I'm going to look because it feels good. Now, why am I talking about this? Because I'm a man, I get it, but I also get what this can actually do to a man. I can get what this can mean for his relationships. If all you do is objectify women in this sense and in this, I guess, demeaning manner and this demeaning manner, then for me, does that mean that you don't know how to treat a woman? You can't go and get a woman? Now, sex and sexual energy, it's massive. It's for a male, it's huge. Some guys can't control it. Other guys can. But I want to really get deep with you on this. So many blokes are going to watch this and go, whatever, this is a feed of shit. And I don't care. I'm happy to have this conversation, right? Because I got no dramas. But if you're going to look at porn all the time and objectify women, what that tells me is that you're lacking connection with self. You're lacking the confidence to actually go out in that world and just find that girl. Have a conversation with her. Treat her well. Make her your queen. Live and love her every single day of her life. You have that ability, but you don't believe it in yourself. Because you don't believe it in yourself, you objectify women and you look at all these pornos. You look at all these things going on in your world because I have to look at it and I have to saturate myself with it because I can't obtain it in real life. That sucks for you. How would it be if instead of looking at a porno, you grabbed a book and this book taught you how to communicate with self, how to connect with self? I know you're thinking, oh yeah, boring, cool. Is it as boring if that book taught you actually how to go and find a girl? How to treat her well, how to treat her like a princess, like a queen. Or if it's a guy for you, how to find that guy in your life and treat him like a king, like a prince, that you can spend every day with him. How would it be if we spent our time actually learning about ourselves and growing, as opposed to just objectifying people? Now, as men, right, we get a little bit angry, we get a bit agitated sometimes when we know that someone's like perving on our missus. It gives you the shits. Do we have a right to, if that's what you do to other women? Strange question, huh? Do you even care? Now, the truth of this is, you're going to do what you do anyway in life. And just because you see this video, it's not going to make you stop looking at porn. It's not going to stop you objectifying women in public. But all I want to do is create a dynamic, a perspective for you. So next time when you do it, I want you to think about it. Why is this important? Because I guarantee, actually I know, that results in this area for you in life, they're not there yet. I guarantee you're not having passion-filled sex. I guarantee there's no warmth and love in your life. I guarantee you don't have that girl or that guy of your dreams. I guarantee that you don't love yourself. I guarantee that you're not connected with who you are because you don't know how to. Because if you knew how to achieve these things, you wouldn't be wasting your time on a video, a magazine, or just gawking at someone. And that is the cold, hard truth. They are the facts of your life. And that is what I know. And that is why I speak of this. Stings a little bit, huh? Or you're like, you're full of shit. Again, I get it. But look at the facts. Don't deny the facts of your life. How would it be if we showed love to self, gratitude for self, if we just engaged with people, had a conversation, we didn't objectify them with our eyes, we didn't look at them and just think that, oh, I can't wait to have you, or I can't wait to do whatever I want with you. How would it be if we just said, man, gratitude to you because you look amazing, good on you? How would it be if we just connected back to self? We actually stepped up as a man and we raised our standards. Instead of objectifying people, we connected with them. Maybe your goal next week, everyone that you see, connect with them, say hello. Because this feeling of and sense of just people and human connection and touch and communication, like, it's a really nice thing. And I guarantee you that's going to feel a lot better to you than looking at a magazine. Why do I care so much? Because I want you to have this. I want you to have the world. I want you to have the love, the girl, the guy, the connection. I want you to have the community, the people that you thrive in and amongst. But I know what you're doing at the moment, you will never experience that. The biggest question is, would you get your son, or do you teach your children, or in the future, would you teach your children to be like this? Now picture this conversation. Hey son, there's magazines out there with girls in it and they've got no clothes on. Buy one of them and look at that. Hey son, when you see a woman, a girl or lady walk down the street, you're just going to look at her and you've got to think of all the things you can do to her. Like, really? Now, I know you would never teach your son that. So why do you allow yourself to do it to yourself? Think about that. Reflect on that. Good luck on this journey, brother. I wish you all the best.